welcome to Tenants Tales, our segment in Castle's Lifestyle magazine, where we write about issues between tenants, landlords, and everybody. And with me today is my boss, the CEO and publisher of Castle's Lifestyle, Mr. Davis.
Hello, everyone. I hope I can bring some of my 30 years or so of experience in real estate and all the relationships that come with real estate to this. Thank you for having me.
So today we'll be delving into a story that I think a lot of people can relate to. It's a story between a man and his fiancée who, are planning their future, and then the fiancée receives a big job promotion that comes with a dream house in a fancy neighborhood like Ikoyi. But there's a catch. The fiancé isn't so thrilled about it because he wants to start their marriage on his own terms, and it's kind of sparked a debate. So that is what we'll be looking at today. So I guess I would ask you, sir, what exactly is your opinion based on the story you just heard?
Well, it's quite interesting. I think in trying to balance both sides, I'm sure I would upset one gender or the other. But looking at it from the man's perspective, I think when I read the story, the point he was trying to make was that he will be able to provide that luxury accommodation for her as they move along. And so it may be wise, I think, for the lady to delay the Ikoyi dream, knowing that it is something that, can happen in future. I can see from your face that you don't agree. So maybe I will allow you to.
Well, personally, I'm all for the woman, to be honest. And while he's asking for time, what's the end date of that time? That's one question you need to ask. You're asking for time. Do I know the end date of that time? When exactly will that future come? I don't know the end date to that time.
Well, she's getting a husband now. I mean, it's not as if she's not getting anything at all. I don't think you should look at it.
Just a part of your life. He is saying, wait for me, his career is moving up. Her career is also moving up, and it has come with this promotion. So at the end of the day, if they claim the marriage is going to be a partnership, should it not be a safe space where everybody can support each other? Well,
yes, it's a partnership, and one partner is asking that. It's not saying that you should go and live in the bush or anything. I mean, from what I can read, he has a perfectly lovely pad in Ajah. And I don't think people should look down on Ajah. It's also a nice place to live, really. But Ikoyi is the pinnacle. If I'm being honest, it's tapping into maybe the fears of any red-blooded Nigerian man, which is to provide. This is our house. This is the house I've provided. Some men will go for it, but if your man does not, I think you just look at it that you're going to have a lovely home in Ajah, both of you together, and then while the man walks it through to get you your place.
I think that initially Kunle would probably have been supportive. But reading the story, I got the idea that maybe it wasn't after he spoke to his friends and his family that he started to feel a certain type of way. There was a line there that talked about, his friends calling him house husband and, just trying to make fun of him. So I feel like maybe initially he did not think too much about it, but having heard his friends and family, so it now feels like he's being influenced by, third parties. So I think there's another thing to talk about.
That is a very, very valid point, and you're spoken well above your years. Maybe you should think of doing marriage counseling at some point. but brilliant point, I think. Yes, the story shows that the influence of the friends, his parents, her parents, I think also had some. This should be a something that they should settle among themselves rather than having the opinions of others to guide them. This is a very, very valid point. And yes, I think if you look at it from there, I think I'll accept it that Kunle should maybe man up and decide whether he's doing this for him or he's doing it for his friends or his family and so on,
if you were to be in a position where Kunle's fiance was your child, how would you advise her?
There are two issues here. The first is many people would assume Ikoyi is the all and be all. And if you are not someone that is given to, having such a fancy place, you might respond that look, it doesn't really matter. But I do get your point. You want your daughter to live in as best a place as she can. So as a father, I think I'll have to call both of them together and really say, look, both of you have a chance to start off on a good note, or on a better note than Ajah. And so, well, maybe you should look at Ikoyi. I guess most people will say that I'm flip-flopping now that my princess is involved.
It's sometimes you need to make it personal to see from if you were in their shoes, what exactly would you do? It's to make you understand both parties better, right? While the husband is the head of the family, at the end of the day, they say two people come together to become one. She's not even saying she would not respect you as a husband. But this is something that has come freely for both of you. Enjoy it.
I think it should, like you said, it's a safe space for both people, and everybody comes to marriage as well with insecurities and a certain type of background. It's possible that she likes Kunle because of its traditional or conservative views. Unfortunately, now it has come home to roost that he's now saying, okay, you know what? I'm going to take care of you. I'm starting in Ajah. I'm going to take care of you all the way to Ikoyi. So let's put that aside. Misogyny may be just too concise a term. Things may be more nuanced than that, if you know what I mean. Do they want to be in a relationship where the man is not completely comfortable? Because there's a way a woman comes into a man's space and makes it her own. It might be difficult for a man to come into a woman's space and make it his own. These are some of the things that are, you may call it misogynistic, but it's also cultural to a certain extent.
I guess in a way, I do agree with what you're saying, but then it all boils down to the fact that Queen needs to get out of that headspace and now realize that she's saying, let's make it our space and let's start together there. Don't look at it like it's mine, it's our own. Yeah. I feel like that's how he'll be able to come to terms with the idea. And if eventually he makes enough money to say, okay, let's get a better place in Ikoyi, they can always decide to leave that place and then go to his own place or wherever he gets for them.
So you're saying that at the risk of the marriage, you stand your ground. Aha.
Well,
readers, you can see.
And that's a wrap. We've shared our thoughts, but now it's your turn. What would you do in Kunle's shoes? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's keep this conversation going. Until next time, stay thoughtful, stay engaged, and remember, every story has more than one side. Catch you in the next one.